and welcome back to another Mum Hack Monday. If you're new to my videos, I'm Bex. I'm mum to Finley, who's a year old, and I make videos about parenting, lifestyle and motherhood after infertility. I upload twice a week, and on a Monday I do Mum Hack Monday videos. So if those are the sorts of videos that you like, then don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell just so you know when my videos go up. So today's video is all about gardening hacks, so I'm just going to get straight on into it. So hack number one is to get yourself one of these gardening meters. I got mine from Wilko and I think it was about £5. It wasn't expensive at all. And on here you have a moisture reading, a light reading and a pH reading. And all you do is you put it into the soil, making sure that you've selected what you want to read. Leave it for about 5 minutes to settle, and then on here it gives you what the readings will be. If it's too shady, if it's too light, if the soil is too dry or too moist. And then there's a pH scale on here as well. 7 is about normal. Think of milk. Milk has the pH of around 7, and anything less than 7 is classed as acidic, and anything more than 7 is classed as alkaline. I would definitely get yourself one of these, and the reason for that is that if you are trying to grow certain things like roses or fruits and veg, so you want to know that the conditions are better what it is that you've planted, and this helps you just to keep a good check on it. Hack number 2, did you know that coffee grounds will help to make your soil more alkaline? So if your soil is too acidic, then you want to balance it out with something more alkaline. And saving the grounds from your fresh coffee and then scattering them on the soil and mixing them in will help to make your soil more alkaline. Hack number 3, if you have a wood burner, then wood ash is also useful for gardening. You have to use it quite sparingly as it's very strong stuff. But if you also want to make your soil less acidic, then this would be a good way of doing it. So you would just mix it into the soil with a fork, and then it is advisable that you only do this a couple of times a year, as it can drastically change the pH of your soil and it might make it unbalanced. But it's good if you have very acidic soil and you have quite a large amount of soil that you're trying to turn over. For example, if you're preparing ground for veg. Hack number 4, another useful way of using up kitchen waste is to save eggshells, put them in a box and crush them up, and then add them into your soil. And you can use it for 2 purposes. So you can either use it to add more calcium into your soil, or if you have a problem with slugs and snails, if you leave the shells to be of a more coarse consistency and then you just put it on the surface of the soil, then it acts as a bit like broken glass to snails and slugs, and it just keeps them away from your plants. Hack number 5, I've recently put an IKEA shoe storage hanger to good use in the garden as a little plant container. So I filled up the little sections where you would put the shoes with plants, filled them in with soil, and then I've hung that up on the shed. So a really nice way to add some extra splashes of colour to your garden, or it'd be really good as a space saving way of having herbs in your garden as well. Hack number 6, did you know that you can use your milk carton as an impromptu watering can? So all you need to do is poke some holes in the lid with either a small screwdriver or a brad awl, fill the carton up with water, and then put the lid back on, and hey presto, you've got a watering can. Hack number 7, if you have small delicate plants such as seedlings that are ready to plant out, or if you have small delicate plants and you're concerned about the first frosts in spring, if you take a pop bottle and then using a sharp pair of scissors, cut it in half and then use the top part of the bottle as a mini greenhouse, or a cloche as they're often known, and this will protect your plants. Hack number 8, I would definitely invest in one of these tools. It's a little weed cutting tool, and it makes such light work of removing weeds from your paving stones or patios, and I just use it in the garden, and you just use it as like a scythe. So you can either, if this was your weed, put it in like that and pull, or you can use this sort of sharp elbow end to sort of dig into the ground and pull it out at the root. But this makes really, really light work of any sort of weeding. I'll try and leave a link to one below. Hack number 9 is another useful way of using up kitchen waste. So any water that's left over from steaming or boiling veggies, leave it to cool and then use that to pour onto your plants, and that's full of nutrients and will help them to grow really well. Hack number 10, if you love roses like me and you want to give them a bit of an extra boost, then take a banana peel and then bury it about 2.5 centimetres into the soil around the base of the rose, and the potassium and magnesium in the banana skin will help to feed the plant and fight off any possible diseases. And my bonus hack number 11, I haven't actually used this hack yet, but I'm dying to, so if you do, then let me know how it goes. But if you have some roses, for example a bouquet that you've been bought, or if you have a rose that you'd like to take a cutting of, basically take good healthy stems from your roses, poke them into a large potato, for example a baking potato, then bury it about 7 to 8 centimetres deep in the soil and top up with compost. And then you should be able to grow a new rose plant from the stems that you've put into the potatoes. The potatoes help to keep the stems moist and help to develop a root system for the plant. Well, that's my gardening tips for you. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like it, share it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell so you know when my next videos go up. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!